Yo, 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 what it do? What it be? Oh, it's your boy ANT repping the game gang. You know we don't play none of that. All of that. Coming to you with episode 2 of Hip Hop History. Got a little WWE 2K23 brother. Shout out to Hulkster and all that. And at the end of the first episode, I talked about how Grandmaster Flash and the Furious 5 fell out and broke up after releasing the message, and it wasn't really after, because in actuality the Furious 5 broke up before the message was released, and the label just used Grandmaster Flash's name on the record for promotional purposes, because Grandmaster Flash really had nothing to do with the record, despite it being one of hip-hop's earliest smash hits. Now notice how I said earliest, not the first. In this video, we gonna analyze how hip-hop's first hit song came to be, and how one of the MCs responsible for writing part of the song never really got paid for it, or at least didn't receive his proper royalties until just recently, or he still doesn't get royalties, but now he gets the credit, I should say. So we'll get into that, but let's do a little replay on that. So after Kool Herc's hip hop party, and even before that, I mean, there were b-boy crews, MCs, DJs, all that. But after Kool Herc's party, more and more sprouted up. There was Grandmaster Flash and the Furious 5, of course. I talked about the Zulu Nation in my last video. And in the beginning, hip hop was less about the rapper or MC and more about the DJ. And it was more about, hyping up the crowd. MCs like Coke La Rock, Spoonie G, and Eddie Chiba, they were MCs that mostly did a callback style of rap that today is seen as very elementary, very, clap your hands everybody, when I say hey, you say ho type shit, you feel me? So that was very popular, but MCs like Grandmaster Caz, the Cold Crush brothers, Kool Moe D, later on, Rakim, people like that, they were quietly creating a new style of rap, kind of, that we would see in songs like The Message, right? Of course, by Grandmaster Flash. And there was another song, Rapper's Delight, by the Sugar Hill Gang. And I talked about The Message and how it helped shift hip-hop's image from it being mostly about the DJ being the front man, to now the rapper was kind of the front man of everything. He kind of was the face. DJ was just producing and all that. And according to Grandmaster Caz in a DJ Vlad interview, before Rapper's Delight, the word MC was the main term used for rappers. Rapper is and was more of a term created by the music industry, and as hip-hop's roots spread into the mainstream music industry, terms like b-boys, b-girls, and b-boying, they became breakdancers and breakdancing. That's what they did. MCs became rappers and DJs became producers, or whatever call it and academics do. But Sugar Hill Gang dropped Rapper's Delight in 1979 and was the first landmark record. It hit number 36 on Billboard in January 1980, and it was preserved by the Library of Congress in the National Recording Registry as a historically or culturally important record. And the song to this day is one of the most it got one of the most memorable intros of all time. Any age, any race, it don't matter. You play that shit, a hip hop, a hippie to the hip, somebody gonna start dancing or rapping along to it. Like, it's a classic, timeless classic. You feel me? And even then, like, favorite part of the song to me is like Big Bang Hang. He said hotel, motel, holiday inn. I said, if your girl keep acting up, hey, then you take her friend. Like that, bro. He was snapping. I could not imagine hearing that in the 80s. Yeah, they had disco and all that, but hearing that, I've been like, yo, son, they got something here. You feel me? And even then, I will sing that part of the song, no hezzy in any situation, because it's that fire. It's that much of a classic. And everybody everybody know that song or have heard it before. And as I kind of hinted at in the beginning of the video, one of the writers of Rapper's Delight never received a dime or any credit for his contributions to hip-hop's first hit for the longest time. And the story goes like this. Grandmaster Caz and Big Bank Hank were good friends. And Caz, he was a DJ, a b-boy. He was working on becoming an MC, this and that. Big Bank Hank, he was, a little bigger guy. He would do security for some of these clubs and events that Caz would rap at. Caz would give him some of these tapes, from his performances. Not little videotapes or videos, nothing like that. It was an A-side, B-side tape for all you youngins out there. I know, boomer joke, you feel me? But, like I said, Hank would do security at these venues sometimes, but he also had a job at a local pizza shop because he took out a loan from his parents to kind of fund Grandmaster Caz and his crew at the time, with better sound equipment and mics and all that for their club performances. This is before Caz was even in Cold Crush, I believe. So Hank would bring his boombox to, his pizza shop job and rap these Grandmaster Caz tapes, lip sync to him. And it just so happened one day, it's like a once in a lifetime scenario. Sylvia Robinson, for those who don't know, she's this famous singer from the disco era. And she and her husband started Sugar Hill Records. And from my understanding, Wonder Mike and Master G had already had their verses written. They were, and according to Caz, they were recruiting people off the street to try and be the third member of the Sugar Hill Gang, to try and be a rapper. Hey, can you rap? A few bars, this and that. Auditioning, trying to get this third member out. And like I said, Sylvia sees Big Bank Hank rapping, lip-singing Caz's lyrics. She pulls him aside and says, hey, you want to audition real quick? So Hank auditions in the back of Sylvia Robinson's car with her sons and shit like that. And they digging it. So she says, okay, we gonna record this record and you gonna be on it. And this is straight from Big Bank Hank himself. He said a week later, on August 2nd, 1979, Big Bank Hank, Master G, and Wonder Mike all went to Sylvia Robinson's studio in her house, and they recorded Rapper's Delight with a live band in one take. The beat they rapped over sampled Good Times by Chic, and on September 16th, they dropped the record that would, of course, change music forever. And somehow, it just so happened that on September 20th or 21st of that same November, not even a week after the track dropped, Chic was performing Good Times, and somehow Fab Five Freddy and Chic's guitarist, vocalist, Nile Rodgers, they were cool with each other. They were mutual associates and all that. Sugar Hill Gang and Fab Five Freddy somehow crashed the stage and performed over the band that was performing Good Time. That was Chic. And at the time, Nile Rodgers and Chic, they were cool with it. They were like, oh, look at these, young guys from the city. They're rapping, or, they doing something new. Oh, how creative. Ha, it's all a good time. It's all jokes. Until about a week later, or sometime after that, he heard Rapper's Delight, the song, in a club. And that didn't sit right with him. He said, wait a minute, hold on, this is my fucking song. They making music, or they making money off of this, and we ain't getting no credit for it. So Chic threatened to sue Sugar Hill Records, and they eventually settled on co-writing credits. So they got a little piece of that action, and they got, their royalties for that. Meanwhile, Grandmaster Caz, a.k.a. Casanova Fly, Big Bang Hank directly shouts him out on Rapper's Delight. I'm the CASN, the NOVA, the rest is FLY. I mean, shouts him out directly, didn't even change any of the lyrics or any of that. Just rapped whatever Caz had written down for him, or whatever he gave him in his rhyme book or whatever. And he didn't get any credit or recognition, despite writing most of, if not all of Hank's raps for the rap's very first hit. I mean, Hank stole his life pretty much. Imagine if Caz got royalties for that. Now, it's not like it stifled Caz, though. I mean, things have a way of working themselves out. Caz is garnered to this day as a legendary MC in his own right, and him and the Cold Crush brothers were one of the fiercest MC battle crews, and they actually beat the Furious Five in a highly publicized battle at the famous Harlem World venue in July of 1981, which was actually 6 months before the Kool Moe Dee and Busy Bee battle would take place, which I would definitely get into that in a future video this season in this series. Plus, despite Rapper's Delight being a success for the ages of all time, Hank still had to dress up like Tatanka for the Apache video. So, yeah, I'm pretty sure Kaz is thankful Hank ain't steal his bars for that whack ass shit, though. One more interesting thing to note, though, before I go, is that Sylvia Robinson produced both Rapper's Delight and The Message, and she definitely doesn't get enough flowers for producing hip-hop's first two landmark hits and bringing hip-hop into stereo systems around the world. R.I.P. to Big Bang Hank. He unfortunately passed away in 2014. And Sylvia Robinson, R.I.P. to her. And shout out to Grandmaster Caz and Sugar Hill Records for producing such a legendary song for real. And Chic too. Don't let me forget about Chic. They don't sue my ass too. But if you enjoyed this video, and you know, I'm definitely gonna do more on this series. Got more written. I just gotta record them. Plus, I got another the greatest of all time quarterback series that I'm working on right now. Or you know, going to be recording that and uploading it around probably the same days that I record these and upload these. So stay tuned for all that. Like I said, if you leave a like, if you liked it, maybe dislike too. Maybe comment on why you dislike it. You don't like hip hop history, son? That's foul. But go ahead and subscribe. Hit the notification bell, turn that on so you don't miss, you know, you can stay tuned and you don't miss none of this hot content I got dropping soon and all that. And you know, it's been your boy ANT repping the game gang. You know, we don't play none of that, all of that. I still, you know, I covered my main point of the video. I still got a few more minutes left, so you know, if you want to stay and listen to me ramble a little bit about hip hop, you know, that's cool. But if not, that it's all right. But I feel like some people think that Big Bang Hank is in the wrong, and he definitely is. You definitely stole my man's whole bars, didn't give him no credit, went on tour, left him there, and you know, he was talented enough to overcome that. You feel me? But that was wrong. But you ask it, I don't see nothing wrong with Big Bang Hank, you know, stealing his lyrics and making a hit out of it, because he basically the first biter in hip hop history that made it big. Like, biting has always been a thing in hip hop, and how you know, make it your own is one of the big things. The only thing is that Big Bang Hank didn't make it his own. He literally stole my man's shit bar for bar. And you know, again, won't hate on the man for making a better life for himself and his family and all that, but to take my man's rhymes and then never talk to the man again. Like Cass said, they didn't speak for years. Like he went on tour like probably a month or two after with Sugar Hill and him. And there's even an interview with Big Bang Hank trying to front, talking about, well, we came up with some of this stuff together. No, the fuck you didn't. And I'm not there to say none of that. But by all accounts, them were Kaz's rhymes. And if you helped him come up with that, why didn't you know, rewrite the Casanova Fly part? Like, you can't even be honest about stealing the man's shit. You said, no, we came up with that together. What is coming up with it together? The man wasn't even in the room when you auditioned. And when you was recording the song or whatever and was about to record the song, you didn't invite the man over to the studio, nothing? You just, no. Well, I mean, I guess it was different then. You had a live band. I'm sure it was kind of a closed production, if you will. But again, you not really looking out for the people that literally, you asked Kaz for rhymes and he gave them to you. And yes, I mean, who knew how big, you know, Rapper's Delight would eventually be, but it got that big. And for you to not show the man any kind of support, or to kind of take for granted what he did, or not really take for granted. What's a good word? I'm trying to think. You know, you feel me? Like, this is like you bit my man's shit, and you didn't even. Hey, you need this, bro. I know. Thank you. You know, here's an advance. You know, can you write my next shit? Because I mean, you look, Sugar Hill didn't have a bigger hit than that. Until Will Smith and them did Apache on Fresh Prince and them, and now Apache known everywhere. Everybody do the little Will Smith and Carlton dance. All that, that's cool. But before that, before any of that rap, they didn't have a bigger hit than Rappers Delight. So, and for Kaz to not get any credit or recognition or any royalties for that for years, that's foul, dog. That's so foul. And I hope, and I'm sure they probably reconciled before Hank's death. I hope they did. I'm not too sure on that because, you know, I didn't get to that part. But to me, just from the outsider looking in, no pun on Scott Hall and Kevin Nash, it just seemed like a terrible situation. And yeah, like I said, it was a once in a lifetime situation for Hank, you know. For Sylvia Robinson, the famous Sylvia Robinson, to come up to you and say, "Oh, well, we want you on the track. You gonna say no?" No, I wouldn't say no. Hell no. And even if my homie was a rapper, why can't I be one too? If they're giving me the opportunity, can I use some of your rhymes? I mean, you the rapper. But damn. And then to not give him any credit, though. Again, that's where I'm always gonna find the problem. Gave him no credit and then went on tour and left motherfuckers in the projects. That's dirty, son. But again, you know, he took out that loan. I'm not going to forget that he took out the loan from his parents for, you know, Kaz and his crew and all that. So maybe he felt like, you know, he didn't owe Kaz nothing. But I'm sure the $1,000 that he borrowed from his parents was nowhere near the money that Kaz missed out on from this motherfucker stealing his bars. I'm just saying. It's a tough situation. Again, I would probably do the same thing as Big Bang Hank and record the song, but I would never let the motherfucker who wrote my shit and gave me his rhyme, let him just not get any credit like that. And then go turn around and say, "Oh, no, we came up with that together." No, you came up with the idea to use my shit. That's not doing shit together. What the fuck? But, you know, music industry, a dirty game. And like I said, Big Bang Hank has toured with Wonder G, or Wonder Mike and Master G, over the years, and you know he's toured with them. So it's all good. It's all good. I'm sure, you know, like I said, everything has a way of working itself out. Bro still had to dress up, you know, like what's his name, Tonto, and shit. So, and Kaz has been, you know, he's told the story. I've watched numerous interviews where he's kind of told the story a few different ways, but it always remains the same, you know. Kaz took his shit and ran off. And salute to Kaz for knowing, or not really knowing, but being talented enough to get over that and still be garnered as a legend in hip hop. You know, he was on the Beef movies when I was growing up. Like, Grandmaster Kaz is a pillar in the hip hop community, and now it's great that over the last, you know, decade or whatever, that he's been able to be recognized for his contributions to hip hop. But yeah, again, this is not trying to, you know, shit on Big Bang Hank or none of that, but you know, it is what it is. If you stole shit, you stole shit. It's not like you can go back and, you know, not steal my man's lyrics. But, you know, maybe go back and change the Casanova fly bar. But I'm not sure how, you know, Big Bang Hank would have worked that into, you know, the song on the B-I-G, B-A-N-K. The rest is H-A-N-K. I don't know. But I out here freestyling shit on the track. But y'all be safe. Don't get smoked. This been your boy A-N-T. Playing a little bit of WWE 2K23. Little Kevin Nash about to hit him with the jackknife Oh my god. Oh my god. The devastation. Boom. Hit Big E. Get out of there. And you already know the rest is elementary. He's getting hit with the 1, 2, 3 Outsiders, new tag team champions of the world. And yeah, I've been off Madden. I've been off, Call of Duty. So I've really been just getting content from Hogwarts, 2K23. I gotta get back into Elden Ring. Elden Ring was really fun. Might start Ghost of Tsushima and all that, but maybe later. But I got a lot of videos to record right now. Hope y'all enjoyed this one. Again, y'all have a good one. Be safe. Don't get smoked. I'm out. Peace.